Hello, fire signs. Welcome to your daily focus tarot. Happy Wednesday. We have the Knight of Wands for you today. The Knight of Wands talks about taking action towards a transformation, something that's helping you grow, something that's helping you heal and drop these burdens that have been weighing really heavily on you, something you've been carrying for a long time. The Judgment talks about letting go of what you no longer need in order to have a better life. And the last clarifier on what you're transforming is the Four of Wands in reverse. And this talks about that transition time. It talks about sometimes there's a tension and a change and an instability. So there could be like a delay or a break in this. It can also talk about forgetting, about the things that you have and to be grateful for the things that you have while you're in this, while you're in a negative period. Sometimes you forget to be grateful for the things that are still going right in your life, that are still working for you, and you need to acknowledge those things. They'll also help you remember that not everything in the world is bad. Not everything is going wrong. There are still some things that are going right. There are still some things and some people that are very good, that love you and care for you. So you're going through this transition, and this instability, it's only temporary. Everybody feels that way when they go through changes. Everybody feels a little unsure of themselves and a little uncomfortable. It wouldn't be a transition if you weren't feeling that way. But ultimately, you're letting go of the negative stuff to improve your life moving forwards. And you're going to thank yourself, in a few months, in a few years, a decade, however long it is, when you look back at this time period in your life, you're going to thank yourself for moving forwards and not staying stuck out of fear or worry. So the Queen of Cups, this can talk about two different things. It can talk about love being self-love or love for another person, like a romantic love. It can also talk about protection and using your intuition to guide you and protect you and reconnect with yourself. The Ten of Swords in reverse, this is talking about a recovery. It's talking about hope and renewal. It's talking about acceptance. Sometimes it can also talk about resisting an inevitable ending, but to me this is more about hope and recovery. And, sometimes you realize that there's something within you that is causing your pain. And you resolve to overcome that, whether it's something that was in your unconscious and now it's brought to your conscious so that you can work on it. It helps you get clarity and it helps you get that renewal. The Page of Cups talks about that learning. It talks about studying, understanding, and getting that message of what was going on with your emotions and how that was affecting you, how that was affecting your thinking, how that was affecting your love for yourself. We have Temperance and the Chariot, and then the King of Cups. Now, Temperance and the Chariot, these are both talking about balance also. They're talking about, the Chariot talks about the conscious and the unconscious and the higher self. and how you need to blend all three of those in order to use your willpower to move forwards, to bring this creativity and growth. And temperance is talking about getting this balance between two different aspects in your life. To me, this is less about balancing work and personal life today. It's more about you balancing two different inner aspects of yourself that may have been in conflict, that may have been fighting, that may have been causing, the Ten of Swords and the upright. And you're realizing how to get yourself back into the flow, how to blend those two aspects and integrate them. King of Cups came out sideways. Now the King of Cups in the upright, he talks about having emotional balance. He talks about generosity, being tolerant with yourself, being compassionate, being diplomatic with yourself. And when he's in the reverse, he can talk about, addictions, codependencies, emotional manipulations, because you're unable to connect with your own emotions, with your own experiences, with that self-love. You're unable to connect with your creativity or control your emotions. So that leads to self-depression and self-hatred and addictions and codependencies. So you're really looking at getting, because he came out sideways, you're really looking at getting him back in the upright and having this, internal mother and father figure paired together that are going to bring you stability, that are going to bring you happiness, that are going to bring you that emotional flow in your life and that creativity in your life. You're really looking at changing that negativity for the better and putting him in the upright again. So keep focusing on that. Keep focusing on self-love. Keep focusing on letting go of the negative, on learning more, on understanding yourself more, the totality of who you are. Don't repress your emotions. Don't repress your creativity. It's okay if, you make something creative and the first time it looks kind of crummy and you're like, oh, I can't draw, or I can't paint, or I can't, dance or whatever. Well, everybody who is, an artist hanging in a gallery or who is a professional dancer in a dance group, they all started out at the same place. Their first painting was kind of crummy. Their first dance was kind of crummy. Singers, it's the same thing. Nobody has the voice of an angel right away from the get-go. It is something you have to practice. So don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Don't be so hard on your creativity. Don't block your creativity. Don't block your emotions. Let them flow. Let them out and get yourself back into balance again. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.